taking, just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on.
My father has his wife, my stepmom, out here slaving away while he has lived the soft life at her expense for almost 17 years now. She is the sweetest woman in the world. She works so damn hard, very beautiful too. I don't know what her life was like before she met my dad, but she ended up choosing him, and she has given him 17 years of her life. She has been a married single mother the whole time that she has been with my dad, raising their kids by herself while he has been living it up, always mean and argumentative, and racking up expenses and debt on her account. He's a princess. He has never cared about being a productive, reliant, self-sufficient adult. He has never worked for as far as I can remember, even around the house or in our yard. He would leave things to break down and disintegrate in front of his eyes. The doors would fall off the hinges. The taps would not have tops to open with. Light bulb fixtures, toilet seats, windows, household appliances would go bust. He'd never lift a finger to fix or maintain anything. During the rainy season and in winter, living in our house was like being outside in the yard. Have you ever been cold, wet, and hungry, as if you're outside in the forest, while you're inside the house? Anyway, going back to my father, he's sort of a low-level hustler, mainly a womanizing gambler, who never brings in any money, never has. Whatever money he gets, he uses it to please friends and bitches. Never will a cent go to his family. He has my stepmother working 2 jobs, with a side hustle for good measure, on top of looking after the 7 kids they have together. But still, he tells relatives and friends what a bad woman she is whenever she asks him to pay a bill, get a job, or when she confronts him about his numerous affairs. She has left my dad many times before because of his cheating, gambling, and his bad money management. And he'd bring the church folk to intervene, and they'd tell her to come back home because God and the Bible. My mother left him for being lazy. She took 2 of my siblings and I with her, but we were handed back to my dad when my mother passed away, after a mine shaft she was working in experienced an underground gas explosion. Fortunately, the coal mine my mom was working for paid for our fees till university. My dad never had to lift a finger. If the responsibility of educating me and my siblings had been left to my dad, I hate to think how I would have turned out. My dad is a notorious street gambler. He loves the streets. He's for the streets. He always has outstanding street bills that keep him locked down in debt. When he goes out to gamble, he can return home after 2 or 3 days, dirty and broke. He can gamble the clothes off his back, shoes, hat, phone, belt, and everything else that he can have, including taxi fare, and he'll then wait for it to be pitch black so he can walk home in his boxer shorts. No matter the distance, in all sorts of weather, he will walk home naked, and then arrives home in the early hours of the morning to harass and berate everyone and demands to be respected and revered as the man of the house. What a cruel joke. You don't automatically get respect, you earn it. He found a sweet lady with a heart of gold and he completely took advantage of her. My stepmom is still dealing with his bullshit and is still going through it. I could never. I am never letting no man take advantage of me. If a man tells you he's changed, he loves you and all that jazz, and asks you to come back home, and you go back, so will he to his old ways. Every time. It's a cycle, a trap. Ain't nothing changing. I've seen it with my dad and my stepmom. I have learned a lot from watching their actions. If a guy ain't shit and he treats you like shit and you stay, it means you're allowing Shit Show 2.0 Reloaded to begin and never end. I have seen bum behavior in living color, and I have seen a woman slave for a man in living color. It has taught me not to fall in love with a man's potential. If I date a man who's working and he falls on hard times, I'll give him 6 months to shape up. 6 months max. I would have tried to give a gent a chance, but by month 7 with no progress, I'm out of the relationship, on my granny's soul. If I should cohabit with a boyfriend, I am never paying all the bills in a relationship beyond a 3-month job loss. 4th month, he's out on the streets, I swear to God. He'll figure it out from the pavement. I'm not staying with a man who's not making any effort, I'm sorry. I'm not giving no undeserving man my sweat, my money, my ovaries, and my whole life. It's not worth it, I've seen it. I have seen that if you're living with a man and you're the one leading the finances in your relationship, most likely you're also leading all the other important areas in your home, essentially making you the man of the house. And you hope the future will be brighter and the roles will be reversed? Ain't nothing changing. Watching my dad and my stepmom has taught me that most times married women are better off by themselves. Subtract the man and you get a better picture and an exciting future. Don't date a man who's not working, a man who has no skills, a man with an addiction problem, a man who's in and out of jail, a man who earns his keep through crime, etc. Whether you yourself are working or not, don't date a bum. No man should ever need a woman to loan him money, give him a place to live, or pay his bills. You have no business f***ing a man who you can't call in case of an emergency. What's the point of him being there? To take photos and to tell you what to do? A motherfucker who pays no bills ain't going to fix his lips to say shit to me, for real. Don't be I'm independent, I'm not looking for money, I'm looking for love, I don't need a man to pay my bills kind of woman. It will end in tears. The game is for 2 players who are both putting in the work. So never be a purse, a nurse, or an Airbnb to these sons of Adam. Do not settle for less than you deserve, because once you do, you'll end up getting even less than you bargained for. A black man will take aim at a black woman who is minding her own business, paying her own bills, and creating a good life for herself, and then bring her down, in my opinion. That is why dating outside my race has now become a real option to consider, for me, because our men have proven to be inadequate and below the set standards. It's a bad mental health and money move to align yourself with a black man. From my point of view, black men as a collective do not have much potential, motivation, or ambition. The culture of black men who do not build, who do not stay in the home, who do not maintain their offspring and are not progressive in any way is prevalent in our communities. And our women are taking care of their men like children. In the Black community, 9 times out of 10, the woman is doing better in all aspects of her life until she aligns herself with a Black man. You don't see white, Asian, and Latina women with broke, uneducated, unemployed Black men except the Black woman. Peace out on them too, sis. Yes, our men have been through too much. They've been through oppression, stigmatization, profiling, incarceration, addiction, you name it. They've been through a lot. But they are not healed or grown up enough to accept that they're damaged and to seek help. And we, as their women and mothers to their offspring, keep thinking, when are they going to stop staying victims and rise above the hand that keeps hammering them down? They are making us and their kids victims, caught in the crosshairs, with no one to rescue us but ourselves. We have been losing our femininity because they have made us the man of the house. We have been forced to be masculine, to be hard, to be fathers to their kids, to pay all the bills. We don't want to play both the mom and the dad roles. We want to remain feminine females. We do not want to get a toolbox, a polo shirt, a boxer short, and socks on Father's Day. Who says Black women do not deserve a life of ease, the best of everything? Why are we not getting it? Why have we been forced to abandon our feminine spirit? Our other issue is that our men don't want to deal with the aftermath and the damage of what they have done, so they have become toxic, abusive, unloving, emotionally absent, and irresponsible, and then they bounce on us. Open your eyes, ladies, and watch the game so that you never end up getting played. We and the kids deserve better. If you're not being treated right by a man, peace out on the underperforming ninja. Leave and never return. Never look back. One thing about me, I'ma leave you before I hate you. I do not stay and settle. I do not force to make it work and be in anguish. I'll bounce. I'm not waiting for the pain and misery to harden my heart, stain my soul, and wipe the beauty off my face. It's a no to struggle love, no to stress and distress, no to being turned into a masculine female. I'd rather be single than be in a relationship miserable, unloved, disrespected, and unappreciated. I will peace out on a ninja with no regrets whatsoever. I'm not staying for shit. I just needed to get this off my chest. So, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.
Make a name for generations, please, and make a, then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, 'cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free.